Welcome to round 4, heat number 5. This is the 2017 U.S. Open of Surfing. You might as well call it the Costa Rican Open of Surfing. We've got two hard-charging Costa Ricans in this heat, Carlos Munoz, Noimar McGonagle, and Dusty Payne from Maui. Chris Cote here with Pete and Mel. We're going to start off with Dusty Payne, flaring through this midsection, trying to find this inside connection. Dude, you know, that's it.
I agree. I don't know where that came from.
Let's just not even...
Yeah, there's no reason to even talk about that. Noimar on the forehand. So a couple rights being ridden here in the early stages. One by Dusty, one by Noimar. Dusty doing quick two waves, actually. See if you can get the connection starting out on that south end. A little more challenging to make the connection on that part of the beach.
Especially from Brazil, you know, being in America, competing in one of the biggest events here in the United States, and you know, Kalohe, the Gudaskas, all the boys here. It's really grateful to have a bunch of fans over here.
Well, you're a favorite in Brazil, but you're a favorite here in the States, man. You live in San Clemente now. How's that treating you?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty awesome. You know, it's been 3.5 years right now. It's been such a good experience for me and my family. You know, different culture, different language, so. Just feels good to be here, and you know, like the quality of life so much better. And
mix humility and confidence. Carlos Munoz, this was his second wave. Oh, this is his first wave up now to 4.27.
And again, a little bit smaller wave. You know, he made the choice, had a good line on it. It's pretty deep away from the pier, so he thought, you know what, let's do this.
Yeah, I was talking to Dusty's dad earlier. He said he had a disc taken out of his back that was about the size of a hockey puck.
Wow.
And
so he's had issues with that.
Fresh and sparky.
He's had issues with the bulge disc. I mean, it's been something that's plagued him for many years. So it's good to finally see him getting fixed up and back to 100%.
Carlos Munoz back-to-back backhand whips. He's trying to get the transfer to the inside section, fighting this wave.
Oh,
did a lot of work.
So window a little bit earlier today. We're not quite at noon as we watch the replay. A little upside down bash from Carlos Munoz, trying to back up the 4.37, which he has done. You know, a little stronger maneuver on the outside. And, you know, anytime you again have that connection with the vertical face, the vertical lip, that's where the judges are going to start to see a little bit more difficulty being added.
Dusty Payne searching for the ramp. Hard off the bottom, straight into the lip. Wrapping turn. Another big gouging arc for Dusty Payne. Looks like he's got the potential for a nice section here on the inside. Bam, straight up in the lip. Strong surfing.
Let's take a look at it here in the replay. Again, sets this one up with a ton of speed, digs through it. There was a little chop, but he motored right through it. Much better on the replay too. So 2 in a row. And of course he gets a good finish. Didn't have to work too hard to get to that section. No hopping really, just a little subtle bump, 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 and then he's there. Keeps the speed up, connects with the lip. That's going to be his best wave. Probably be the best wave of the heat.
That's when those weird songs pop into your head. Here we go. That moment's over. Set rolling through. Carlos Munoz on his backhand. Quick float. It's not going to be anything major for Carlos. Looks like Dusty Payne now has an opportunity. He does have priority. Holds off Noimar McGonagle. Quick snap for Dusty. Aggressive foam climb goes down. Love to see him be able to open up with that power. First turn. A little tappy. Didn't really project up into the lip. He's looking for a strong finish here. This guy has got all the power in the world, and given the chance to unleash, he'll do it. Goes up for the float, comes down.
Standing straight up.
Soul to make.
As they travel up the coast, they end up bigger set waves grouped together. You see the backside hit there from Noimar. So solid on the backhand, and he had to work for this inside shore break section. You can see he's got himself all the way up, and it's so hard to shift your feet back into the perfect placement to do the maneuver. You generally will do the maneuver with your feet really not in that magic spot.
Yeah, the slightest adjustment there, you'll go flying right off your board. Way down the beach, It's going to be Noemar McGonagle needing a score. Goes up into the lip. One quick snap. Deep bottom turn straight up into the whitewater. Made the most of a lackluster section with a big backside snap. Trying to make the connection, does not. So 2 turns through that middle portion. Looking for a 5.45. Might have needed a little bit more size in that wave.
Well,
Dusty Payne. Quick snap, releases the fins just a little bit, goes for a second turn. Oh, kind of blows out the back.
well,
Here's where all you can do is really just wait for those scores to drop.
smaller wave here for Noemar, but it was completed as he glides over this first section, glides over the second section. But that's really it. Is it enough for a 5.28? That's the real question that the judges need to answer. There's some comparisons that go down. You look at the 5.67 of Dusty Payne. He got the connection to the inside. He had the 2 turns, the 2 arcs on the outside.
He's having a look. Nothing doing there. 15 seconds. McGonagle has second priority.
It looks like the score is in there, Chris.
4.07, not going to be enough. Needed a 5.28. And time is out. Noemar McGonagle just being edged out by Dusty Payne and the Costa Rican Dream, Carlos Munoz.
Which is, like I said, it's a major jump to get through this one, and it's a lot more points on offer.